If your business isn't making the money you thought it would, I'm about to tell you something that's going to sting. But if you can stay with me till the end of this video, you'll walk away knowing exactly what's broken and exactly how to fix it. Most people can't handle this conversation. They'd rather blame the economy, their industry, or their customers. But you're still here, so let's find out what's really going on. Hi, I'm Leo. And before we continue, I wish to let you know that if you want to build your online business the smart way, scale fast and earn big, you can visit onlinesuccessgrid.com after watching this video to check out my best curated tools and resources that will help you build, run, and scale your business fast with confidence. Or you can check the description or the first comment below for the link. Now to our video, the real reason your business isn't making money. Here's what's wild. I've looked at hundreds of struggling businesses, and almost all of them have the same problem. It's not what you think. It's not marketing. It's not sales. It's not even the product. The real problem is so obvious that everyone misses it. And I'm going to prove it to you in the next 60 seconds using 3 questions. First question, do you know exactly how much profit you make every time you sell your product or service? Not revenue, profit. The actual money left over after you've paid for everything it took to deliver that sale. If you hesitated just now, that's problem number 1. Second question, do you know exactly how much it costs you to acquire one customer? Not your total marketing budget. The specific cost per customer. Again, if you're not sure, that's problem number 2. Third question, is the amount you make per customer greater than the amount it costs you to get that customer? Because if it's not, you don't have a business. You have an expensive hobby that loses money every time someone buys from you. And that right there is why most businesses aren't making money. They've never done the math. They're running blind. They think they're building a business, but they're actually just moving money around in circles, hoping something magical happens. Let me make this crystal clear. Your business makes money when this equation works. Lifetime value of a customer minus cost to acquire that customer equals profit. If that number is negative, you're paying people to become your customers. If that number is 0, you're working for free. If that number is positive, you have a business. And if that number is big and positive, you have a business that prints money. Everything else, all the tactics, all the strategies, all the content, all the hustle, it's all irrelevant if this core equation doesn't work. So let's break down exactly why yours probably doesn't and what you're going to do about it starting today. Problem number 1, you're undercharging. And I don't mean by a little bit. I mean, you've probably cut your prices in half because you're terrified no one will buy if you charge what your product or service is actually worth. Here's how I know. You decided on your price by looking at what everyone else charges and then going slightly lower to be competitive. Or you calculated how much time something takes you and multiplied by an hourly rate that feels reasonable. Both of these methods are wrong, dead wrong, because your price has nothing to do with your time and nothing to do with your competitors. Your price is determined by one thing only, the value of the outcome you produce for your customer. If you help a business owner add $50,000 in revenue, your service is worth at minimum $10,000, probably $20,000, and arguably more. If you're charging $2,000 for that, you're not being nice. You're stupidly cheating yourself, and you're making it impossible for your business to be profitable. Because when you underprice, you need massive volume to make money, which means you need massive marketing spend, which eats all your margin, which means you're back to broke. But here's what happens when you charge correctly. Let's say you double your price right now. You'll lose about 30% of your potential customers. Sounds bad, right? Do the math. If you were getting 10 customers a month at $1,000, that's $10,000 in revenue. Now, you get 7 customers at $2,000, that's $14,000 in revenue. You made 40% more money serving 30% fewer people. You have more profit, more time, less stress, and you're working with better clients because the people who pay premium prices are usually the best customers to work with. Underpricing doesn't just cost you money, it costs you your sanity. So right now, pause this video if you need to and write down your current price. Then write down what the outcome you deliver is actually worth to your customer, not what it costs you to deliver, what it's worth to them. If there's a gap, you've just found thousands of dollars you're leaving on the table every single month. Problem number 2. Your offer is weak. And when I say offer, I don't mean your product. Your product is just the thing. Your offer is the entire deal. It's what they get, how they get it, how fast they get it, what guarantee comes with it, what risk they take, and what it costs. Most people have a product. Almost nobody has an offer. Let me show you the difference. I'll build you a website for $3,000 is a weak offer. A strong offer is, I'll build you a high-converting website that books at least 20% more consultations in the next 60 days, complete with mobile optimization, 3 rounds of revisions, 2 weeks of post-launch support, and a 60-day money-back guarantee if you don't see an increase in bookings. You pay half now, half on completion. See what happened? The deliverable didn't change. I'm still building a website, but the second offer includes a specific outcome, a timeline, a guarantee, support, and a payment structure. The first offer competes on price, the second offer competes on value, and value always wins. Here's why this matters for your profitability. A weak offer forces you into price competition. When you're competing on price, your margins get crushed. You're in a race to the bottom with everyone else in your industry, and the only winner is the customer who gets cheap work from desperate providers. A strong offer allows you to charge premium prices because you're not asking someone to buy a thing, you're asking them to buy a result with the risk removed. People pay dramatically more for that. So look at your current offer. Does it include a specific outcome? Does it include a timeline? Does it include a guarantee? Does it remove the barriers that would prevent someone from succeeding? If the answer is no to any of those, your offer is weak, and weak offers don't make money. Fix the offer, fix the business. Problem number 3, you have no idea what it costs to get a customer, which means you have no idea if your marketing is working or burning money. Let me ask you this. If I gave you $100 and told you that you'd get back $200 in profit within 30 days, would you take that deal? Of course you would. You'd take it 1,000 times. That's what profitable customer acquisition looks like. You put money in, you get more money out, you repeat. But most business owners can't take that deal because they don't know the numbers. They spend money on ads, on content, on networking, on a website, on SEO, and they have no clue which of those things actually produces customers and which ones just make them feel busy. So here's what you do today. Take your total marketing and sales spending from last month. Divide it by the number of new customers you got. That's your cost to acquire a customer. Write it down. Now take the average amount of profit you make from one customer over their lifetime with you. Write that down. Subtract the first number from the second number. That's your profit per customer. If that number is negative, every customer you get costs you money. Stop all marketing immediately until you fix your pricing or your offer. If that number is positive but small, you have a business, but it's fragile. One bad month and you're in trouble. If that number is big, you have a machine. You can pour money into customer acquisition and print profit on the other side. Most businesses never calculate this. They just keep spending and hoping. And hope is not a strategy. Math is. Problem number 4. You're thinking in single transactions instead of lifetime value, and it's killing you. Here's what I mean. If you sell something once for $100 and your cost to acquire that customer is $80, you made $20. That's not a business. That's a part-time job with extra steps. But if that customer buys from you 4 times a year for 3 years, they're worth $1,200. Now, your profit per customer isn't $20, it's over $1,000. Suddenly, you can spend $200 to acquire a customer and still print money. This is why subscription businesses, retainer businesses, and repeat purchase businesses dominate. They're not better at selling, they're better at math. They've structured their business so the money comes in multiple times from the same customer, which means they can outspend everyone else on customer acquisition and still win. So ask yourself, does my business have recurring revenue? Or am I starting from zero every single month? If you're starting from zero, you're playing the hardest version of the game. You need to find a way to get customers to buy more than once. Add a subscription component, offer a retainer, create a membership, build a continuity program, sell consumables that run out. Whatever your business is, there's a way to increase lifetime value. Find it. Because the business that can afford to spend the most to acquire a customer wins. And the only way to afford to spend more is to make more per customer over time. Problem number 5. You don't have enough people seeing your offer. And I'm not talking about impressions or views. I'm talking about qualified potential customers who actually have the problem you solve and the money to pay for the solution. You can have the best offer in the world, but if only 3 people a month see it, you're gonna starve. This is the part where most people say, I need to post more on social media. Maybe. Or maybe you need to stop hiding behind content and start having actual sales conversations. How many conversations did you have last week with people who could buy from you? Not comments, not likes, conversations. Real humans, real dialogue, real opportunity to present your offer. If that number is less than 10, you don't have a marketing problem. You have an action problem. The fastest way to get customers is to talk to people who need what you sell and tell them you can help. It's not sexy. It's not passive income. But it works, and it works fast. You could have 3 new customers by the end of the week if you reached out to 30 qualified people today with a genuine offer to solve their problem. But let's say you don't want to do outreach. Fine. Then you need inbound volume. And inbound volume comes from one of 3 places: content that educates your target customer on the exact problem you solve, paid ads that put your offer in front of people actively searching for solutions, or a referral system where your existing customers bring you new ones. Pick one. Go all in. Do it every single day for 90 days. If you're not getting volume after that, the problem isn't the tactic. The problem is your message or your market. Problem number 6. Your conversion rate is terrible, and you don't even know it. Conversion rate is the percentage of people who see your offer and buy. If 10 people see your offer and 1 person buys, your conversion rate is 10%. If 100 people see it and 1 buys, it's 1%. And if your conversion rate is low, it means one of 3 things: your offer isn't good enough, you're talking to the wrong people, or you're not presenting the offer clearly. Most people assume they're talking to the wrong people. They think they need a better audience. That's usually not it. Usually, the offer is either confusing or not compelling. So here's the test. Explain your offer to someone who knows nothing about your business. Time yourself. If it takes more than 60 seconds, your offer is too complicated. Simplify it. If the person doesn't immediately understand what they get and why they should care, your offer isn't clear. Clarify it. If the person understands but doesn't feel like it's a great deal, your offer isn't strong enough. Strengthen it. A good offer converts at 10 to 20% on a sales call. If you're converting at 5% or lower, don't get more leads. Fix the offer first. Because if you drive more traffic to a broken offer, all you're doing is spending more money to hear no more often. Fix the offer, then scale the traffic. Problem number 7. You're spending so much time delivering your service that you don't have time to sell, and you're trapped in a cycle where you can't grow because you're too busy working. This is the operator's trap. You get a customer, you deliver, you get paid. But while you're delivering, you're not selling. So when you finish that project, you have no pipeline. You have to start selling again from scratch. And while you're selling, you're not getting paid. It's feast or famine forever. The solution is simple, but not easy. You need to build a delivery system that doesn't require all of your time. That means processes, templates, automation, or team members. You need to be able to serve a customer without giving them 100% of your hours. Because if you can't do that, your business doesn't scale. It just gets more exhausting. So look at your current delivery process. What are you doing manually that could be templated? What are you custom building every time that could be systematized? What are you doing yourself that someone else could do for less than you charge? Every hour you free up from delivery is an hour you can spend selling, which is how you grow. You can't grow if you're buried in fulfillment. So here's the real reason your business isn't making money. It's not one thing. It's usually 3 or 4 of the things I just listed. You're undercharging, your offer is weak, you don't know your numbers, you're not talking to enough people, your conversion rate is low, and you're stuck in delivery. The good news? Every single one of these is fixable. None of them require talent, none of them require luck. They just require you to stop lying to yourself about what's actually broken. You know what's broken. You knew before you started this video. You've been avoiding it because fixing it feels hard. But let me tell you what's actually hard. Working 60 hours a week for another year just to break even. Watching your competitors succeed while you struggle. Telling yourself the market's not ready, or the timing's not right, or you just need one more course. That's hard. Fixing your prices, fixing your offer, tracking your numbers, having sales conversations, and systematizing your delivery, that's just work. And work you can do. So here's what you do today. Pick one thing from this video, just one. Fix your price, or fix your offer, or calculate your numbers, or reach out to 10 potential customers. Do one thing today. Then do another thing tomorrow. In 30 days, you'll have a completely different business. Not because you worked harder, because you finally fixed what was broken. And if you got value from this, leave a comment telling me which problem hit home the hardest. I read every single one. If this video gave you clarity, make sure you like it, subscribe, and share it with another entrepreneur who needs to hear this. Also, if you're serious about building and running your online business profitably, I've put together powerful online tools and resources at onlinesuccessgrid.com to help you move faster and avoid costly mistakes. You can check the description or the first comment below for the link. Now, go fix your business. You're closer than you think. I'll see you in the next video.